Okay, thank you. Well, welcome to the Global Village podcast. And today,
let's get started.
my friends, my good friends, my best friends here from Sierra Leone, Samuel Davis. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you very much, Doc. It's a pleasure meeting you today. Yeah, as it has been a time that we'll be scheduling for us to have a meet. I do appreciate the coming today.
Yeah. Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone. Am I correct?
Yes, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For the context, Samuel, this podcast actually hosted by me, conducted by me, is because of the willingness to have the connection abroad, to have the connection with other part of the world, like me and you, me myself from Indonesia, you from Sierra Leone, miles away from Indonesia. So we are so keen, me, myself, my listeners, my teams, the people outside, out there, are really have the willingness to have the connection. So this platform actually play a role as a bridge, I think, as we said before, that this kind of bridge will connect us between one island into the another island. So why we conduct this podcast in English? Not just because of the one and only language that we can have a shared understanding is English, but also because of the English is the most or the one and only language, universal language, you know. So for my listeners here, for you guys, this is not to look fancy or to look fluent, and I'm not that fluent actually, but this is our attention to have the global connections here. We have several sessions that we already create, and right now we are dig into the special place in the West Africa. The informations will come from the Samuel. Samuel, could you please introduce yourself first?
Well, good day, listeners. Good morning, listeners, who have been very profound in connecting to this wonderful program. My name is Samuel Davis. I am from Sierra Leone. Well, I'm a student in Indonesia here, studying accounting. Yeah. And so it's my profound gratitude for me to share something about my country. And so, firstly, when looking at Sierra Leone as a whole, it has, a very profound symbolism, resilience in its story.
Okay.
And so, I will first of all start with the naming of the country called Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
How the name come about? I want to share that idea for people to know how it comes about. Yeah, because for century before the 18th century or so, right, there had been people who have been cohabited in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in 1462,
Okay.
we have one sailor from Portugal, a Portuguese sailor called Pedro de Sintar.
Okay.
Yeah, he was sailing across the coastal peninsula within West Africa.
Okay.
Right, and he came about a place where he saw mountains, and this mountain, the decks of this mountain, they were like lion.
Oh, see.
Yes, the deck of the mountains, they were like lion.
Okay.
And so when he saw this, he said, "Oh, Sierra Leone."
Sierra Leone.
Yeah, which means Lion Mountain.
Ah, see.
Yes. So there the name, came about.
Okay.
Sierra Leone.
Sierra
Right,
Leone.
from this Portuguese sailor.
Okay.
Right. And so, since then, it carries the name Sierra Leone, which means Lion Mountain.
See.
Yeah. So from That time, you understand, until it gets to a civilized community, it was transformed from Sierra Leone to Sierra Leone.
Ah, see.
Sierra Leone.
Okay, Sierra Leone.
Yes.
Sierra Leone.
Yeah,
Ah,
Sierra
okay.
Leone, yeah. So, and you see,
Yeah.
and so, going further, Sierra Leone, you know, is a beacon of freedom, wherein the free slaves
Okay.
from America and Britain
Okay.
were freed.
Okay.
They gained liberty in Sierra Leone. And that is why our capital city has been named Freetown.
Freetown.
Yeah, Freetown, because that was the place where slaves were freed.
Okay.
You know,
get
from
your
the Caribbean,
freedom.
yes, from Caribbean, Nova Scotians, and all the
Yeah.
rest. They were freed in that
Yeah.
place, and so the capital was named Freetown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have a very prominent tree that is called the big cotton tree.
Okay.
The big cotton tree, right? It is a symbolic tree wherein when they came, right, they
Is
gathered
it a
around.
tree? Literally tree?
A big tree, very
Tree?
big tree, yes.
Oh.
It is called cotton tree.
Okay.
A very big tree. It is at the middle of the town
Okay,
in Sierra
okay.
Leone.
Okay.
And so they gathered round and then they were giving thanks to God because they were freed.
Okay.
And going further, they were able to build a church.
In the center of the Freetown.
Yes.
That's tree.
Yes. And they were able to build a church adjacent the tree, you know. And the church is called St. John the Maroon Church.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a very historic building. If you go to Sierra Leone, you see that building very
It's a bit
historic.
hard to pronounce for
Yeah,
us
I
in
know.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Samuel, it's very interesting. Yeah. You said before that we have the similarities between Indonesia and Sierra Leone.
Yes.
So, what do you think that what kind of dissimilarities, in your opinion, between these two countries?
I realize Sierra Leone and Indonesia, you know, has a kinship.
A kinship.
Yeah, between these two countries.
Okay.
We are in, first of all, we all encounter the same colonial narrative.
Yeah. The post-colonialism.
Yeah, you know, we encountered that, right? And after which, if I take a look at look at the political situation, we are all in a democratic nation, right? We all observe democracy, you know, within the two nations.
Okay.
And going further, looking at the progressive development.
Progressive development.
Yeah.
You can unpack that?
I see there is rapid development, you know, going on in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Likewise, Sierra Leone too.
Okay.
And then I see a situation wherein, you know, Indonesia is rich in mineral resources. Likewise, Sierra Leone, we are rich in mineral resources.
Okay.
Like diamond, gold, bauxite, iron ore. In fact, in Sierra Leone, we have 27 renowned minerals in the world.
Oh yeah.
They could find in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
They could be finding in Sierra Leone. They are there.
In the Freetown or
within the
place?
province.
In the province.
Within the province, they are there.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, so I see that kind of feeling. And then I look at the food.
Okay.
You know, when I get to the market here,
Your faces, right?
oh,
The food.
come on, I realize, you know, I just see like I'm in Sierra Leone too.
Yeah.
Because I see the variety of, you know, food stuff that we have in Sierra Leone, they are still here in Indonesia. It's just like you know, want to prepare the kind of dish you want to eat and then you can prepare. But they are all here.
Yeah.
So it's somehow similar. And then one thing again I realize, the rice that we eat, that is called nasi.
The rice is similar.
Nasi is similar. And Sierra Leone, if you don't eat rice, it seems you eat nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, it is, something constant. That every home you go, they must tell you, I eat rice. Even if you eat any other thing else, without you eating rice, it seems as if you've not been eating anything.
Okay.
So rice is our staple food anyway.
That's the main staple food.
Yeah, that's the main staple food.
Not bread. Yeah.
Not bread, no. Rice.
Rice. Yeah.
Rice, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
How come it could be? It is because the I think the influence from the colonized.
Well, I think the early settlers,
Okay.
you know, that was the food that, you know, they knew, and that was the food and they are used to.
Okay.
And so, you know, generation to generation coming, we adapt to it.
Okay. What spurs the economic development in the Sierra Leone? Yeah? Is that because of the like the natural resources, or coming from the trade, or coming from sectors of the business. What kind of the sector that playing a role as a locomotive of the economic in the Sierra Leone?
Well, I will look at the trade.
The trade.
Yeah, the trade.
What trade? What kind of
trade
the goods?
is significant anyway.
Okay.
Because we have variety of trading activities, like we have the cocoa,
coconut,
cocoa. Yeah, we export cocoa.
Oh.
Coffee.
Yeah.
And then, the minerals too.
The minerals.
Minerals, yeah.
Minerals like
diamond, gold,
okay.
iron ore. These we are main exchange sources, of export that we have.
Okay. That's actually leads you to search or to research about this kind of field.
Yes.
Is that your intention?
Of course, when I
by the way, congratulations for your graduation.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm so keen. Yeah, because really, we have a couple of factors.
Yeah.
Right. That is causing the debauchness of the economy within Africa as a whole.
See.
Yeah, because I learned something from the level of Sierra Leone. We encounter 11 years war that's ravaged the fabric of our economy.
Okay.
Yeah, and so in that, we are still coming up anyway.
Okay.
We are still coming up, and then I looked at Africa, right, as a whole. I realized couple of things, like financial crisis, the epidemic. It's the progress of the African economy.
Okay.
And so I looked into it and then tried to look at strategic nations like Egypt, Ghana, and Nigeria, because these are the big hubs, within Africa. So I look at their economic situation. I see like I look at the kind of growth that is taking place. It's very, very slow, and so that affects the economy within the African setting.
What do you think the substitute of the natural resources economy or business area? I think the locomotive sectors of the economic development in Sierra Leone is that one of them is trading in natural resources like minerals, and the minerals is actually limited. So what do you think that could be the next locomotive of the economy in Sierra Leone? Is that the trade in other goods or services, or even digital economy, or something like?
What I think it should be necessary for the implementation of the digital economy.
I see.
Yeah, because the world, we have to follow the trend of the world and what is happening in the world today.
Yeah.
We have to move along the trend. Okay. Because I think that will help us. Because when you consider Europe and America, they don't have natural resources. But what could interest
Japan
you?
As well.
What could interest you? You see the way they are developing. Singapore and other, you see the way they are developing.
Yeah.
So it tells you something has to be done.
Okay.
Right. So we should not just depend on these natural resources, but we should incorporate other areas that are more beneficial to upgrade, the standard of our economies.
Yeah.
So it's like we must learn from these people.
Yeah.
So that at least we too, will be able to showcase something that will be beneficial, to transform our economies.
That's somewhat similar with Indonesia. I think in a couple of years, maybe in the 10 to 20 years ago, I think Indonesia is not recognized as the country that spurs economy from the locomotive sectors of digital economy, I think.
Okay.
But right now, the Indonesia big company, digital company comes from Indonesia is many company in Indonesia that stems from the ability to enable digital and technology within their product or services. So what in your opinion, Samuel, what Sierra Leone should the government, the government or the stakeholder there should consider to build from the get-go, right now, to build the digital economy or technology-based fabrications, products, and so on? What they should do from the get-go, from now, to have the locomotive or to spur the economic in the near future?
First of all, we have to look at the institutions.
Okay. What do you mean by
There's
institutions?
institutional void with
Okay.
policies that we need to
see.
incorporate.
Okay. Not only not only in the government, but also in the any
Private sector or whatever.
Okay.
There should be policies, right? So what I envisage in Indonesia, I realize that there is a policy,
Yeah.
wherein you have a local content policy,
Support.
which is very, very strong, right, rigid, that could able to strengthen, right, the economic development of Indonesia. And I believe if we are able to implement short a thing in Sierra Leone, I believe we'll be able to move further. Because, you can't imagine we are in these raw materials, have been extracted and then been transported somewhere else. We are in the transformers of these raw materials are able to gain 95% profit, and then us as givers, you understand, we just enjoy 5%. What a big loss. So I believe if we have stronger institutions, right, in Sierra Leone, I think we'll be able to forge ahead so that at least we're able to capacitate ourselves and meet towards economic development.
Okay. Where do you think the institutions still weak right now?
Well, the policy makers, the policies that we have, they are very, very fragile.
Fragile. What do you mean?
They are not strong. We don't have strong policies.
I mean, fragile is because of should be easy to make.
Yeah, easy to just siphon.
Okay.
By investors. They could just come in and then I will not say the corruption but that's the nitty-gritty of it.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Have some bypass, not going through the main main way for them to do their negotiation or whatever. They have to do things at the back door.
Okay.
So, for them to be able to get themselves successful in what they want to do. So there's no very strong rules to debar them of doing what they are doing.
Okay.
At the end of the day, with selfish interests, you just have few who are benefiting from these people.
Okay,
But if we have very strong and rigid principles or guidance, and I believe that we're able to stop them, and then they're able to follow due procedures.
Yeah. I think your country is beautiful as well, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. I think the tourism sectors should be recognized as well. What do you think about it?
Oh, of course. But what I envisage, what I realize, we are not making the kind of result. We are not making the kind of fund that you are expecting from other places. When we expect the tourism, you understand, to be all that proficient or profitable that supports the economic development.
Okay.
Right. It is. I will look at it to have a lot of leakages.
Okay.
Yeah, we are in. There is less strength, being empowered towards that area.
Yeah. Because I think the area I think the size of the country, your country, Sierra Leone, is like maybe it's like a Bali or it's like a Jawa Timur.
No, it's bigger than Bali.
It's bigger than Bali.
Yeah.
This is Bali and Java, I think. Yeah, Bali and Java.
Because
the size.
The country is hosting over 9 million people. Just 9 million. Surabaya and Sidoarjo.
Oh, Surabaya and Sidoarjo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think like Bali, Bali is I think from the tourism only.
Okay.
I think Bali could flourish like that, and there is no natural resources there. There is no mineral there. So I think one of the locomotive that can spur the economy of Sierra Leone in the near future, I think it could be from the tourism sectors, I think. Just like that.
No, you're right. Just like I'm saying, when there is institutional void, you will see things could not move the way they should move. They will not happen the way you are expecting them to happen. Because, like I said earlier, Indonesia, you prioritize the local content policy. And you try to strengthen, though it is not 100%, but you try to strengthen some of your rules and regulations to avoid institutional void. In Africa, this is a problem that we have. There is void within policies.
If
we should not just put our eggs in one basket.
Yep.
there should be diversification.
Absolutely.
You see, so if there is diversification, and then I believe for every community, you understand, they have specific, areas that they're going to look at.
Yeah.
Because like I'm coming from the western rural area we are in, you have a lot of beach. We have 17 beaches just within
17.
the city. 17 just within the city. Just imagine. And you have sand mining and all the rest, and you're expecting to get, use some of money at the end of the day that they should generate. But that could not reflect. Yeah, that could not reflect. And you say, so that's, I look at that to be, a slap within the policy makers. On the face of the policy makers, because, they are not looking at these things to say, oh, yeah, we are not just going to depend on the natural resources, but let's put some strength, to energize, our tourism, so that we could make something out of it that will help economic development.
Because the tourism sector is actually the blatant. I think the blatant stuff that the investor from outside could be able to see directly. How the tourists come, and how the kindness, the warmness from the local people can serve to other people outside. And I think that could be the substitute of the natural resources that right now is already to be the locomotive of the economy, I think.
No, of course, because we have all it takes. We have all it takes. Interest people in time to go to Sierra Leone, and then they see the beauty of Sierra Leone, and enjoy the natural, atmospheric condition of Sierra Leone. If you go to Sierra Leone, you're just like, oh, I just want to be here. It's a very nice place, very accommodating.
And it's safe, I think.
Very, very safe. Very safe.
So that's beautiful, I think. We move to the next question. Samuel, since you are coming from the miles away from Indonesia, even miles away from Asia, I think, So what leads you, what brought you into this country? Is it because of your willingness to study abroad only, or there is another intention that leads you to be here?
Firstly, there was a time, I think before 2008, when President
18 or 8?
2008.
8.
Yeah, when President Obama was elected as President of the United States. So it's like, being the first black president, I was going to his...
and come from Indonesia.
You got it. So it was brand new. So like, I was interested, to know about Indonesia.
Oh.
So I tried to learn about Indonesia.
That's starting the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, following Indonesia, then I saw something that captivates me.
Okay.
In your reformation.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Indonesia Indonesia is using in the accounting system, they are using the accrual-based system.
Okay.
Which has created a very, very huge development in Indonesia. And I look at the reform of Indonesia, I made up my mind, I said, this could be a place that I'll be able to learn something very great. Because, they move from a particular stage going. And so, moving to that place, you understand, I will be able to get a lot of knowledge. That I think when I come back home, I will be able to showcase what I've learned there.
Okay.
So I think that was one of the things that motivated me.
Is there any obstacles or shortcomings or something that challenge you when you come into Indonesia? Is that cultural barriers?
Yes. The language barrier anyway. Yeah, the language barrier. Was at first, and then I look at the tradition. This is a Muslim-dominated country we are in. Even when you're in class. You see, like we've used to shake hands, we've used to hug. It's not applicable here. So it's like those were things that.
Your classmate is from Indonesia as well?
The Indonesia classmates.
The Indonesia classmates?
Yeah, most of them. I'm the only international student in the class. So it's like we've used to, our interaction at first, was kind of very, very slow until it goes to some point where they start. So I don't know whether because maybe that's the first time of them, coming across a strange person, somebody else, so it's like it was very slow. But later, they were able to cope, and then we were able to have a very, very collaborative, relationship.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I've got a lot of sisters, I've got a lot of brothers. We,
Yeah,
we're family now anyway.
Because basically Indonesia culture is very welcoming into many people outside Indonesia. I think me myself, I'm come from still Indonesia, but comes from Bontang city in the city in the east part of the Borneo Island, Kalimantan.
Okay.
And then, of course, Indonesia has a lot of many cultural, many culture, right? I'm from Bontang, I'm from Kalimantan, and when I came into the Java, into Malang, the people here is very welcoming to the people that comes to the city. So I think it happened to you as well.
They are welcoming.
Yeah.
Right, but what happened? Some are shy.
Yeah.
They're very shy.
Yeah.
And then we've used to the open door policy, because when you go to Sierra Leone, we have the open door policy. Whosoever that comes in the sun, we welcome you with open hands. We care less about your geographical location, your religion, your gender. We care less about it. What we know, as long as you're a human being, you're a brother, you're a family. That's what we've used to. So we have open hands. But in the case of Indonesia, the people are welcoming, really. But not everybody in the standard has a loose hand.
Okay.
Because I know, because of the tradition, because of the Islamic tradition, you cannot shake the hands of female. I remember there was a time when I was in class with a lady. She was not paying attention, and then I tap her on her back, and then she got annoyed. Oh, you've touched me. So I said, oh my God, that was very strange to me. You touch somebody started shouting, you touch me. Oh my God, I was pissed off. I said, what? And then the lecturer, she understood.
That makes you have a good adaptation, bro.
Yeah.
That makes you. We learn a lot of things from the mistakes.
Yeah.
We learn from the mistakes, right? We learn something, maybe the differentiation between your culture and the Indonesian cultures.
Yeah.
I think, could you please to give the suggestion, or maybe you have an insights or advice to the listeners, our listeners.
Okay.
Our listeners maybe comes from Brazil, maybe comes from Nigeria, maybe comes from China, and willing to come to Indonesia. And what's your suggestions for them to be able to adapt here?
I just believe one of the things you need to know, you have to understand man and things.
What is that?
Man and things.
Man and things.
Yeah, man is general.
Okay.
Right? You have to understand human being and things.
Okay, human being.
Right?
And things.
And then as a traveler, what you need to know here is that you are leaving your comfort zone to the uncomfort zone. And so in that case, you have to make sure the discomforts, right, has to be transformed to comforts.
See.
Okay? Because you have to be humble.
Humble.
Yeah, you have to be humble without becoming a critic.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have to be able to immerse yourself very, very well with people.
See.
Let the home be your home. Wherever you go, you understand, has to be your home.
Okay.
That should be, within your mindset. And then you have to,
Beautiful.
You have to plan yourself that I'm going there, I'm going to no man's land. And in going to no man's land, it has to be my home. The people there should be my people. Right?
I see.
Their culture is going to be my culture.
Yeah.
And I have no discrimination.
I
should adapt no racism.
Yeah.
I should be open up.
Yeah.
Right? And then I should speak slow and be quick to listen. Yeah. You have to speak very slow.
Okay.
And you listen
To be understandable.
Yes. You listen very well.
Yeah.
So that at least you're able to immerse within the culture.
Yeah. That's obviously, I think, because of the people outside Indonesia, I think they are feeling really keen to learn here, to study here. Maybe not study, not learn, but just to sightseeing here. I think, but some people not that humble where they come here in Indonesia, so they trying to create a barrier, get a barrier between the their people and the local people. That makes so I think that actually eventually makes us cannot collaborate each other. What you say before is the reason why we can collaborate.
Of course, yeah.
That makes us sit here. I sit next to you. You sit next to me here to collaborate.
Yeah.
There's no resistance.
Yeah.
There's no differentiations. Of course, we are coming from the different culture. We are coming from the different background. But once we meet our quote unquote equilibrium point.
Yeah.
You need something. I have my need as well, and we can collaborate with, and it is what it is. So really interesting, Samuel. Maybe the last part, Samuel. We just 30 minutes.
Okay. If I let me just say something that's I think should interest most people from the West.
Okay.
Is that Indonesia is religious tolerance, same with Sierra Leone. Yeah. Despite being the most populated Muslim population, most populated Muslim country, you realize that people in Indonesia, they are religious tolerant. So in the aspect of your religion that you belong, you understand, they are open up. No discrimination. You are free to practice your religion.
Yeah.
So it's like
Beautiful.
it creates a very open platform that you could be able to adapt with.
Yeah.
Even if you are an introvert person, trust me, you are able to live in Indonesia with no problem. Nobody has any problem with you.
Great.
It's like what I see in Indonesian people, when you open up, right? They are ready to open up, right?
Okay.
When you are closed, they are ready to be closed. So it just depends on what you choose to do or what you choose to
It happens vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. The last part, Samuel.
Yeah.
About your thesis, about your publications, about your paper. So it's really interesting. Your research that you find that actually the structure of the debt and the equity. Could you please unpack it a little bit about your findings and what kind of the lessons learned that we as a not necessarily for the business or economic person, but also for the people could learn from your findings, from your research. How you unpack it?
Yeah, I think I have a variety of things, but I just want to limit it anyway. Business people or policymakers should be very careful. When they see profitability, and more debt. Right, and then they should be mindful of higher liquidity. Which signifies that the business is stagnated. And if that's the case, that business is unable to settle out, a little debt or little activity like the paying of salaries, stationary little expenses within the business. They should be mindful of that. And most businesses, look at debt, in space of tax advantage. Right? And they have to be very cautious. So in order to move on as a successful business, a company or firm, we have to take into cognizance of institutional voids. There should be principles. We must make sure our principles, our policies should be firm and rigid, so that we'll be able to understand what is happening, especially those that are operating in the volatile market. What I realize when you use the picking order theory and the trade-off theory, right? I realize, you have to fashion things based on the economic situation, right? Nowadays, when we look at what is happening, right, we have to fashion, things according to what is happening in the present life situation, so that we're able to meet, right, and see how best we are able to strengthen, right, we're able to strengthen these policies that will help the businesses to grow. Because when there is negative liquidity, it has to send a signal and it has to understand of the stakeholders.
There's interesting part. You said in your papers, Companies that maintain a balanced approach to leveraging debt and equity
Yeah.
tend to exhibit higher market valuation,
Yeah.
suggesting that optimal capital structuring is essential for maximizing shareholder value. Can you unpack this?
Fine. Now, just like I was saying,
Okay.
right? When there is profitability, and debt, you understand, the people anchor,
Okay.
right, to say let's use the debt because we want to escape
Yep.
tax benefits,
Okay.
right? But you have to be very mindful. Yeah. If you are losing much money outside,
Okay.
it is going to reflect on the business negatively.
Yeah.
Right? So
Exactly.
the business, you understand, has to build, you understand, its value. When it builds its value, you understand, then that business, you understand, is worth.
Okay.
But if the business cannot build its value, then that business is not worthy.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? And so all of what is trying to say here is like, our intention is to make sure we're able to build the business value. The company's value should be our utmost priority. When we're able to build the company's value, then we are safe. Then the
Yeah.
stakeholders, you understand, are safe. But if we are unable to build the company's value, trust me, we are running, at a doom, or just like we say, window cutting.
Okay.
We just hide something on the carpet. At the end of the day, when it explodes, you see, that is why you see most companies, you understand, they fold up. Right? Because when they see certain things, like the profits coming like that, without investigating what is happening, you understand, they just, this business is booming, it's booming.
Yeah.
Underneath, something is boiling.
See.
So at the end of the day, when it explodes, you understand, there is no way, you understand, to mend it out.
Yeah.
So it's like corporate owners, they have to be cautious. They have to make sure they're able to monitor their businesses to see what is happening, right? So that at least the business, you understand, will not be losing money, but let there be resources within the business that will be able to strengthen out the business value.
Okay.
So that at least it will strengthen and the stakeholders' confidence that my business is booming.
Yeah, that's actually the signs from for the business owner to cautious, to be careful to their structure of the debt, loan, and equity.
Yes.
So they could be able to enhance the value of the company, and of course the shareholder.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. you train me. You're the mentor.
Yes, Samuel. Thank you so much for coming here. This is really a fascinating opportunity for me, for you, for our people here to learn so much from miles away country in West Africa, from you yourself, and maybe I don't know. This is our last meeting, or we can meet again.
No, we're gonna meet again because I love the session really because it is quite educative and it's collaborative anyway. So it's like like we discussed some things that I've noted here, which I believe even when I go home, I'll be able to cascade it, to create a platform here and I'll be able to share it out because these are very important things that a nation could have, and then they're going to establish something very important and be able to build the economic value.
Yep. Economic value.
Yeah.
Additional economic value.
Yeah, additional economic value. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Samuel, and thank you for our listeners here. And this is very interesting session of our podcast that we learn so much from the persons who are coming from miles away from Indonesia. Hopefully you learn so much as well as me, as my team, and our other listeners. And thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I don't know. Terima kasih.